Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Today let's just get into it because there's a lot of news, right? And a lot of important news, right? And yeah, let's first start with the government, right? So CBOE Exchange has withdrawn with a proposal for VanEck Solid X Bitcoin ETF. And this just happened a few hours ago. And because of this, the Bitcoin price has reacted a bit. And Bitcoin has gone down by about 1%. But I think it's still early days since the news, so we can't really tell yet, how is the market reacting. But in any case, the news, what it is actually that CBOE has previously filed a proposal that basically make it easier for VanEck Solid X Bitcoin ETF to be launched, and the approval is expected to be by February 27. But because of the long period of government shutdown, that the CBOE exchange now decided to withdraw that proposal, and basically then there will be no decision that's needed from the government for the Bitcoin ETF. So that means we're not going to have any Bitcoin ETF anytime soon. And again, we don't expect, a lot of people in the industry, and also myself included, don't expect there will be a Bitcoin ETF anytime this year, because I think this year will be really where the government need to, come up. They need to understand fully what is cryptocurrency, what is all this blockchain technology, before they can devise, very clear regulations. And before all of that, they won't go and approve another new instrument that will basically open up this field to everyone on the street. Yeah. Next, we want to talk about UN. UN actually published a paper, a survey, that in that article they feature a lot of frontier technology, and one of that they feature Bitcoin specifically. Let's look into this, right? And cryptocurrencies represent a new frontier in digital finance, and their popularity is growing. The decentralized networks for cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin being a well-known example, can keep track of digital transactions. They enable value to be exchanged and can give rise to new business models which would otherwise require significant regulatory and institutional commitments. Yeah. So I mean, the significance of this is, of course, right, the UN specifically being such global institutions, they actually praised Bitcoin specifically and classified them as a new frontier in digital finance. So I see this really, increasing the legitimacy of Bitcoin day by day. Next, so we have a lot of governments, right, coming up basically coming up with more clearer regulations for this space, right, in different categories. So first we have UK. They just released a paper on crypto regulation for consultation. They're basically opening up for public, and they will close that, the entry for feedback in early April 5th. So they basically give the industry 4 months thereabout to actually gather feedback, right, to see whether it is friendly or not, right, or what needs to be tightened, or what can be more liberalized. Basically, this is good. I think they basically, want to compete with other jurisdictions like Switzerland that's already very, very friendly to a lot of crypto, and they're able to attract a lot of crypto-related investments. Apart from that, you have Netherlands as well, that they plan to have licensing scheme for crypto exchange and wallet providers. So basically then they will look at, how much will the minimum capital required to operate a crypto exchange in that country. So all this is very good news. Basically, it legitimizes cryptocurrency, and it shows that it is here to stay. Romania imposes 10% tax on crypto. This is actually very low, I think, right? Because mostly in Europe, where the income tax is almost like, can be as high as 50%, then 10% tax on crypto is not too punishing, but yet, they want to track the spending, and they want to track your gains, right, investment gains. So next, we have CITCX. On the institutional fronts, right, a lot of things are happening, basically making it very easy for institutional clients, those all people with very, high net worth individuals, people with a lot more money, to actually come into this space. Why? I think that basically there is, undoubtedly a lot of interest already, but just that institutions are at different level of interest. Some, they already understand a lot, so then they want to see just how best they can invest. Some are at a point that, they are just beginning to understand, so that, they need more time. But then regardless, it is, across the board, they are interested. CITCX spot trading. Now, CITCX is significant because they are the first crypto exchange, right? And you're talking about license as well, centralized exchanges that basically cater for institutional clients, yeah. And they have been launched just today, and they are offering first Bitcoin US dollar trading pair. And at the end of this month, they're going to have as well for Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. And in February, they're going to have trading against Euro and Japanese yen. So definitely they are targeting institutions, and this is interesting. This is the first one, and they're not even interested in retail investors. So that's interesting. So what do they do? What are some of the uniqueness? They, of course, want to have margin trading, and they use larger tick and contract sizes compared to retail clients. Yeah. Now, what is interesting is also then they, rather than storing all its clients' crypto in one big pot, as many crypto exchanges do, CitCX maintains segregated wallets for each client. So that is basically even safer. So in terms of hacking, it is a bit hard as well which one they want to go after. So definitely very good because they are very specialized catering for institutional clients only. You have Coinbase and all that, but then they have both the retail arm and institutional arms, right? So CitCX is very interesting. They are the first one to target specifically on institutions. Next, we also have crypto custodian backed by Andreessen Horowitz and PayPal co-founder that launches. So basically, there's a new custodian firm targeting again institutional investors, but their name is Anchorage. But what is interesting is who are the people backing it. You have Andreessen Horowitz, which is a venture capitalist who are the early investors into Airbnb, Twitter, and Facebook, right? So and now he is very pro Bitcoin and pro crypto because he has done a lot of investments. Among others, he was also one of the investors in Coinbase, yeah. And who else are invested? PayPal co-founder Max Levchin, via his venture company Khosla Ventures, and BlackRock investment firm Mark McCombie. These are all very significant names because BlackRock is a very traditional asset management company, and PayPal co-founder, all these people, they can, they're visionaries basically, right? They can actually see what is going to happen. I mean, long before it actually happens, right? And that's why they are able to lead very successful companies and very major brand names today. And they are now investing in a cryptocurrency custodian, and that ought to tell you what they see will be the emerging or in the future, what is the promising technology. Yeah. So what is so interesting about this is that there's no full detail, but basically their differentiation is that they said they want to make it very easy for institutions to, able to kind of cash on, reap a returns on their crypto assets. That basically is they want security as well, but at the same time they want both security and they want a returns on their assets. So basically then it means that and this Anchorage custodian is able to provide them with the safe security, and they're also able to give them the flexibility to trade their assets in a very fast manner. Because we do have already currently custodian firms like BitGo, who is backed by Goldman Sachs. They only have the custodian side. For trading, they still need to partner with another firms to basically make it very easy to trade, right? The key is that basically how it works is that the crypto assets needs to stay put with the custodian, right? But they still want to trade to earn that returns, yeah? And among others, the one firm that actually gives out returns on your crypto assets is actually Alameda Research, who also had a booth in the Binance Blockchain Week, in the last Monday and Tuesday in Singapore. They had a booth. And basically what is so interesting about them was last year in the bear market that they were able to get 100% returns on their own investments, but they will give the investors about 20% return. So for the investors who still hold on to their assets, which are still safe, anyway, because if they're long-term holding, then they're not doing anything as well, might as well they just earn these 20% returns. But on the other side, this Alameda Research, they actually use, right, a very sophisticated trading, both spot and futures, to actually, and they actually monitor the market 24/7 just to make then they leverage on the volatility to make the money. That's why they can still earn that spread of 80% in a year, which is yeah, very interesting, right? And this is all possible because you have large institutional clients who can, right, basically yeah, who are willing to take this kind of investments. Next, you have Binance as well, the largest cryptocurrency exchange by volumes. They now introduce OTC trading for institutions. What it is basically over the counter means that it is very flexible. You don't have to split your transactions into different trades, and then you are subject to different price. So there is that volatility. You don't know what price you're locking in. So OTC is basically targeting really institutions or people with a lot of money, because the minimum to qualify is 20 units of Bitcoin, right? And only level 2, that means verified accounts or higher can access this trade. Yeah, so that's the very interesting that Binance is now offering, because Coinbase has been offering this already since Q4 of last year. So now it's Binance. So definitely they're all preparing for institutions to come in. Last one on the institution side is that startup Symbiont, they actually secured a 20 million investments from Nasdaq, Citi, and Galaxy Digital. First of all, what is Symbiont? Symbiont basically they don't issue their own native tokens, but what they do is they are actually they use blockchain technology to service the capital market, so the financial institutions, to make it very transparent and very easy to process data. So among others, they basically will cater to clients to use their technology to to settle very fast, like on mortgage bond market and the syndicated loans market. So very fast, very transparent transaction time, right? That's what they are trying to do, and they are doing very well. And despite the bear market, they still continue to have clients, and now they're able to secure another round of funding from Nasdaq Ventures, Citigroup, right, and Galaxy Digital, who is owned by Mike Novogratz, who is a former Goldman Sachs partner. So again, I just want to show you that Nasdaq, Citigroup, all these people are coming in to invest in cryptocurrency related ventures. That ought to tell you where they see the future lies. Yeah. Next, Ripple partners top China university in blockchain scholarship. This is very interesting because, so Ripple, right, the company behind XRP token, the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap today, they have partnered with Tsinghua University, who is one of the top 9 universities known for their research, right? It's like the Ivy League for China. And they're basically, what they do is basically they provide scholarship to the students, right, to have to basically develop their knowledge in blockchain. And yeah, so basically I see this as really China trying to tap on all this. They basically want their people to really learn a lot about the blockchain and cryptocurrency. And I think they want to have all this in place before they actually want to have a better or more open regulation on cryptocurrency, because for now they're still very restrictive, right? Yeah, so it's interesting. So the thing is, despite such a restrictive market in China, Ripple is able to come in, and it is via a very smart way, very innovative way to say that I provide scholarship to your scholars to basically make you learn crypto, and then after that, right? And if they open up, who do you think will be the first in place to get any favor, right? Who will be the coins to list first? It will be Ripple or XRP, right? Definitely, yeah. So yes, definitely, then it will be very positive for Ripple, I think, and a very smart move on the part of Ripple. And not only that, they are not only betting on China alone, they already have invested $50 million in blockchain education as well at 17 universities worldwide, including India, yeah. Last, Ripple is the latest addition to Free Wallet. What is this? So Free Wallet is basically a digital multi-currency wallet. It's a web and mobile-based wallet. Interesting that they already have 3 million users, which is a huge base. And they have now added, they're now supporting Ripple as well. Yeah. Before that, they already have a lot of support for all the major currencies, major cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, and so forth. But now the latest addition is XRP, which is great news for, again, XRP. And the thing is, this very interesting for Free Wallet is that you're able to, so it's quite an integrated platform where you're also able to go and buy cryptocurrency using their wallet. So very, very interesting news. Yeah, that's all I have for today. And I hope you enjoyed this, because I just want to quickly show you, right, that, along every important pillars, government, institutions, and infrastructure side, many, many positive news are happening. If these news are just last few days alone, and already so many things are happening, despite no Bitcoin ETF. But I don't think we really need that, because every government, major government, are issuing very positive regulations. Big institutions are coming in to invest in this space, and on the development side, on the crypto itself, things are happening very fast. So, really, yeah, I mean, if so, anyone who doesn't even yet have any exposure to crypto, now is really the time, because also, we are at a very low price, yeah, and it could be the bottom as some analysts think, but no one really knows, of course. But then again, you can't really time the market so perfectly, right? Because you don't have a crystal ball. So yeah, I hope you really take this in and see what it means for your own investments. And yeah, I hope you have a great time, everyone. And God bless. Thank you. And thank you so much for all your support. Thanks.